Hey everybody, it's your girl Coco Kitten Bruja here, and I am back with Money Mondays. This is a weird Monday, a very weird Monday, with the internet basically taking a dump. So we're gonna get through this. Hopefully this uploads at some point today. But yeah, Money Mondays don't stop, right? Somebody braided Mercury's micro braids way too tight because this retrograde is wild. Anyway, I've gone ahead and sprayed all the good sprays, and I've tapped in to really get this reading popping. I'm going to go ahead and clear out any negative energy with the singing bowl, and you guys know to go ahead and do your breath work once I start shuffling. That is 3 deep breaths in through the nose, inhaling higher vibrating energies, holding it in our solar plexus for 3 seconds, and then exhaling through the mouth, releasing all lower vibrating energies, right? So let's just go ahead and get started. Alrighty. Now, let's go ahead and get it popping. For those of you who have investments in stocks, pay close attention to what's going on in the stock market this week. You know, there's always a reason behind things going wrong, and I feel like the stock market could be popping this week. We'll see. For those of you who are making changes to your environment, moving, traveling, make sure that all cards are secure. We are still in retrograde. Things get a little wonky, you know. You don't want to be overcharged, double charged, anything like that. So any major purchases, make sure you guys are securing your finances in that manner. All right. Get some citrine. Citrine helps attract prosperity, but at the same time, it is a great solar plexus crystal. Citrine has a lot of great uses, but, you know, it's Money Monday, so we're going to focus on those two. I need 2 more, Spirit. Oh, there's the 2 more. All right. So I have the 9 of Wands. We have the Fool. We have the 10 of Wands. We have the 2 of Pentacles and the Prince of Wands. Lots of fire energy, right? Lots of creative, fiery, passionate energy. Time to make some actions, time to really put plans to actions. But at the same time, there's a lot of letting go. There's a lot of change happening on the horizon. We're starting to understand that a lot of the things that we are putting our time, money, and energy into is just not beneficial. These are really non-essential things happening right now. And it's definitely time to stand your ground and change a lot of the things that you have going on, which kind of sounds contradictory, but it's like you have your known knowns and you have your known unknowns, right? And I feel like the things that we are very much aware of, the things that are known knowns, those are the things that we need to stand on. But at the same time, trying to plan for so many known unknowns is giving us this 10 of Wands energy where we're trying to hold on to things because we just might need them. Well, you never know, you never know, you never know. And now we're creating this sense almost like we're hoarding. Is the energy that I feel. Like we're holding on to things that we really don't need just in case some shit happens. Oh, just in case things happen. I'm trying not to curse now, y'all. And it's causing more trouble than it's worth. We're holding on to jobs that are no longer beneficial for us. We're holding on to subscriptions, spending money on streaming services that we don't even watch. It's time to release financial burdens, guys. Oh, excuse me. I am going to take a quick sip. Excuse me. Financial burdens have to go. It's time to really think about where we're spending our money, where we're spending our energy. Is it really beneficial to us, right? Clothes that we're no longer using. We're just hoarding energy, guys. We're hoarding energy. Gift cards. Some of you guys are sitting on gift cards. Like a ton of gift cards to different places, just waiting on a reason. Oh, well, you know, if we're going to want to go somewhere fancy, I can pull out that Cheesecake Factory gift card. Just go use it and give yourself a good lunch. What are you waiting for a perfect time for? It's just taking up space, right? Really start looking at where you guys are spending your energy, because I promise you, there are some really non-essential things happening that you should probably start to change, right? And with that, especially with these two cards here, the Two of Discs, Two of Pentacles, and the Prince of Wands, making that change, but at the same time, putting the fire under your ass to instigate. I'm trying not to curse. Putting the fire under your butt to instigate that change, right? Really sitting down and looking at all of the pros and cons of the things that you spend your money on, and know that making the change is going to be the best thing that you can do, right? We're getting towards the end of the year, guys. And I say it every year. You don't want to go into the next year holding on to last year's energy, especially if it's not beneficial. And with the way that the world is changing, next year, we're going to see even more crazy stuff. Now, you're going to start seeing the crazy stuff start shifting to, our favor. But at the same time, you want to start getting rid of the residual energy that's not necessary now. Where are you spending your money that just, at this point, is a waste? You're hoarding different things like just in case. That just in case energy is where a lot of our lack comes from. A lot of the just in case energy is where we find the most resistance. Because when you say, oh, I'm going to keep this just in case, that's telling spirit, I don't trust that you're going to do your job. So I'm going to make sure I'm prepared just in case you don't do your job. And we all know that's not the way to have faith in anything, especially not ourselves, right? So you have to let go of that just in case energy. This Ten of Wands is real loud. It's the card, right under it, it says burden. That just in case energy is turning into a burden, guys. The bottom of the deck being the Emperor, this is the energy that we should be in right now. The Emperor is sure of himself. The Emperor has proper planning, but he doesn't hoard, right? He is comfortable enough to be out at night howling at the moon because he knows everything else is secure. We can keep going. This introspection card, the Prince of Cups, really sitting down and surveying everything that you have. Where can you cut costs? Where can you streamline, right? The next one being the Prince of Pentacles, right? Reliability. I can keep going. The Nine of Pentacles. All of this energy is going to be found once you tackle this. Look, the next card, the Four of Wands. Look, all of these cards that are on the bottom of the deck, they're all lining up to prosperity. They're all lining up to what happens when you deal with your burdens and you take that leap of faith and get rid of all of these just in case, all of this just in case energy. Let go of the just in case energy, right? It's very much okay to stand firm and be resilient in what you know, right? You know you need to pay rent. You know you need to pay electricity. You know you need to pay internet. You know you need to pay water, sewer, gas, all of those things that keep yourself functioning, keep your house functioning. But do you need 17 streaming apps? You might only be using 6 of them, right? It's time to take a moment and really evaluate where you're putting your time, energy, and money. If you have things where you're like, okay, well, I keep that just in case this happens, or I keep that just in case this happens, it's time to make a change, right? It's time to initiate and instigate change and make the leap of faith, knowing that if I got rid of all of this residual energy, Spirit is going to have my back. I'm going to have my back because I'm Spirit. Spirit is me, right? I'm going to have my back, and I'll be able to handle anything that comes my way. I don't have to hold on to all of this burden. I don't have to hold on to all this residual energy, right? Because when you do and you make that change, all of these great things start to happen. And it starts to happen quickly. And then y'all know I don't normally go this deep into the bottom of the deck, but it all makes sense, right? All of the things that you want, the swift change, the financial independence, the stability, right? The reliability, it's all here, and it comes quickly the moment that you decide to drop the burdens and step out on faith. The moment that you stop saying just in case and just make the change, that's when you start to see all of the things that you want happen, right? Let's keep pulling. Because I definitely feel like, and y'all know this is a hashtag self-drag, I definitely feel like we all have things that we kind of keep on the back burner just in case, just in case, just in case. And right now, Spirit wants you to walk fully in the belief that you are taken care of. You are source. There's no need for a just in case when you make when you make things happen every day. Y'all gonna have to bear with me while I try not to curse as much. You are source. Therefore, there is no just in case. It's all about alignment. So what are you holding on to that's keeping you in a place of doubt? Because again, just in case energy is lack mentality, lack of faith, and lack of accountability, really. Where can you let go of that just in case energy? All right. Yeah. Bottom of the deck is woman holding a coin. We got caring connections, the garden and the gate, and deceit. Stop playing yourself. Stop playing yourself if you think that there is nothing that you have going on that is non-beneficial, non-essential to yourself right now. Because you're wrong. We all have something, right? We all have something. Caring connections is really understanding the connections that you have to these people, places, and things that are non-beneficial to you, right? And this is 14, so that's 5 card. That is another sign of change. A lot is changing in the way that we connect to everything, right? Everything has energy. Everything is a frequency. And the way that we're moving forward, especially as we do the work, we're finding that our connections to those nouns are starting to change. They're starting to shift. And the more that you put yourself in a prosperity mindset, a lot of the things that you used to do just won't do anymore, right? You're going to start to say, hey, you know what? I don't really need this anymore. I'm going to cancel that. Or, you know what? I don't really need to buy more of these things. I'm going to stop doing that. Like, oh, excuse me, guys. Don't know what's going on today. But, you're going to find that these connections, the ones that are not beneficial, the ones that are rooted in lack, they're going to start to kind of fade away, right? Now, I love this card, the garden and the gate, because when you look at it, it's almost like she's holding on to so much, right? Now, while we're talking about the idea of letting go burdens and hoarding and different things like that, she's holding so much and she has so much going on here that the rest of the field is barren because she's holding on to everything on her side of the gate instead of letting it just flourish, right? This is where we are right now. We have so much going on in our garden, but we look out at this open field like what could be if we just opened the gate and let it happen, right? But we have all of this going on here just in case something happens out there when we don't know what's going to happen out there because we never stepped foot out there. It's time to let go of the just in case energy. It really is, because we're playing ourselves. That's what this is. We're playing ourselves. We are being deceitful to ourselves when we really think that everything we have and all the things we spend our money on is beneficial to us. That's not to say that you can't go have fun, that you can't go do some bald-headed, y'all know. But at the same time, do you really need to spend the money that you spend everywhere you spend it? There are places where you guys can pull back. Streaming services, the amount of clothes, the amount of things that we purchase every day. Even when it comes to food. Do you need to DoorDash every other day, or should you just sit down and cook? You see what I'm saying? It's really time to stop playing ourselves with the way that we spend money. And again, this is a hashtag self-drag. The cool thing is, though, at the bottom of the deck, we have woman holding a coin. This is the potential, right? This is who we want. We want to secure the bag. We want to hold on to the bag, right? We want long money. You see how big this coin is? We want long money. And there's nothing wrong with that. But in order to get to that, and I love the fact that the bottom of the deck is basically the outcome of us doing the work, right? But in order to get to this woman holding the coin, this woman securing the bag, we have to do the work, right? For those of you who are trying to repad your savings account, talking to myself here, find small ways to get to the bigger picture. And it starts with really understanding where this just in case energy might be sitting. It may be sitting in your subscriptions. It may be sitting in your closet. It may be sitting anywhere, maybe sitting in your kitchen, right? It's really time to go through the things that we spend our money on. And I know I keep saying it over and over again, but I want you guys to understand that this week, it is definitely about clearing things out. Let's not focus so much on what else is going on in the world, especially with Mercury in retrograde, as well as 6 other planets. Like, it's a wild time right now. Let's keep this energy internal and start finding ways that we can start bettering ourselves in every way, shape, or form, right? Because retrograde isn't necessarily to stop you, but it is to slow you down, make you reevaluate, change perspectives and different things like that. So by all means, guys, take the time to do that. Let's go ahead and wrap it up with the Secure the Bag Oracle. Again, I'm hoping that this can get put up today. Today has been a very Mercury retrograde kind of Monday, but it's all right. We're making it through. I'm old enough to remember a time before social media, so I'm all right. It was a little weird, but I'm all right. And yes, I know my readings are timeless, but you know, it's kind of hard to not mention what's going on in the world today. Okay, no jumpers. Okay, so we have I align to a money mindset, adventuring, and the bottom of the deck is my prosperity is mine alone. So when we talk about aligning to a money mindset, You cannot do that if you keep saying, well, I'm going to hold on to this just in case. There is no just in case. Aligning to a money mindset means you are full steam ahead. You have full faith in yourself, meaning you have full faith in spirit. And the more that you hone in on aligning to that money frequency, everything just works out in your favor. Even when it doesn't feel like it works out in your favor, it is absolutely to your benefit. So there's no need for this just in case, just in case, just in case. You can have discernment, you can have awareness, but when you start to hoard things that actually cause more harm than good, meaning you're spending more money than you need to, you're still in a place of poverty mindsets, right? Poverty consciousness. So when you start to align to a money mindset, you have to dispel every lack mentality you have, and that includes the just in case mentality, right? Aventurine is a great stone for attracting prosperity. It is also great for the heart chakra. It increases cash flow. It's great for careers and promotions and different things like that. Definitely used in feng shui. I feel like using aventurine right now, especially as you start to release the financial burdens that you've put on yourself. It's almost like it's a stone to help you recycle. So you are now getting rid of these things that aren't serving you, and this will help recycle that space into a space full of cash flow, a space full of functioning financial abilities, right? Definitely recommend aventurine for this week. It's a pretty common stone. You can pretty much find it anywhere. And even if you ordered it online, it wouldn't be too bad. Bottom of the deck being my prosperity is mine alone. Says everybody is not meant to be a billionaire. We have our own ideas of what our personal prosperity looks like. It's time to set goals and understand that comparison is the thief of joy and the killer of motivation. When you stare too hard at the other lane, you start to swerve. So keep your vision straight and create a plan to execute your goals. So really understanding where you want your money to go, right? You have all of these subscriptions, or like you spend X amount of money on clothes and XYZ a month, right? Really taking the time to understand what your financial goals are and where these types of purchases, where this money is being spent, how it aligns to your goals. Because if these spending habits, if these spending habits don't align to your personal goal for prosperity, it's time to reevaluate and release the burdens, right? This is where we find financial healing, right? This is where we find out exactly how to shape ourselves to align to the money mindset. All right, that's all I have this week, guys. This week I will be going live on Thursday. I will be using a more adult themed deck in order to do live readings. I also have an email special on the website as well for $20. Other than that, if you'd like a personal reading, check the website. They are all done via private YouTube link. And as usual, I'm rooting for all of you guys, and I'm sending you all a ton of love and light. And until next time, peace.